There's something strange about being human. Most days blur together so quickly that they barely feel real. You wake up already tired. You look at your phone before your own thoughts. You consume more information in a single morning than people once consumed in months. And after a while, everything starts feeling equally distant. A tragedy, a meme, a breakup, a war, a birthday post. They all pass by with the same movement of a thumb. And sometimes you stop for a second and wonder if you're actually experiencing your life, or just consuming it while it disappears. When was the last time something fully reached you? A conversation, a song, a moment, anything. When was the last time you sat with your own thoughts long enough to actually hear them? Albert Camus spent much of his life thinking about this feeling. He was a French-Algerian philosopher and writer born in 1913. He grew up poor. His father died when he was a baby. He lived through war, political violence, illness, and isolation. A lot of his work revolves around one central question. What do human beings do once they realize life has no clear meaning? Camus believed humans naturally search for meaning in everything. People want answers, they want certainty, they want life to make sense. But according to Camus, the universe doesn't really respond to any of that. You keep asking life questions. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Will any of this matter eventually? And life stays quiet. That conflict between humans searching for meaning and the universe refusing to provide it? Camus called that the absurd. And honestly, modern life makes the absurd feel impossible to ignore. People work jobs they hate for years, they wake up, commute, answer emails, repeat the same routines over and over again. At some point, people begin wondering, why am I doing all of this? Camus believed that moment is important because most people spend their lives distracting themselves from that question. Through routines, through entertainment, through endless scrolling, through pretending they're too busy to think. But Camus didn't think people should become hopeless. That's the interesting part. A lot of people hear life has no meaning and immediately assume his philosophy was depressing. It wasn't. Camus believed that once you accept life has no guaranteed meaning, you become free. Free to create your own meaning. Free to experience life without waiting for the universe to explain itself first. That idea appears in one of his most famous essays, The Myth of Sisyphus. A story about a man cursed to push a giant rock up a mountain forever. Every time he reaches the top, the rock rolls all the way back down again. The same effort, the same routine, every single day. Camus saw something painfully human in that image. Because a lot of modern life feels exactly like that. People keep waiting for some final moment where everything suddenly feels complete and meaningful. But life usually doesn't work like that, and yet people still fall in love. People still write poetry, still save songs that remind them of someone, still stare at the ceiling replaying conversations from months ago. Someone still gets nervous before sending a text. Someone still buys flowers on the way home. Someone still believes another person might change their life completely. That's what fascinated Camus. Human persistence. People continue searching for beauty even while fully aware that life is temporary and uncertain. A certain kind of sunset, a voice, a memory, the feeling of sitting beside someone at night while nothing important is being said. Tiny moments somehow become powerful enough to carry entire years of our lives. Camus ends The Myth of Sisyphus with a famous line, "We must imagine Sisyphus happy." Meaning, maybe happiness does not come from finally escaping struggle. Maybe it comes from continuing anyway, continuing to love, continuing to create, continuing to care, even in a world that cannot promise anything back. Maybe that's why humans are still romantic. Romance becomes a way of resisting emptiness. People create meaning wherever they can find it. In music, in conversations at 2 a.m., in the way sunlight hits a room for a few seconds, in the feeling of being understood by someone. Life does not suddenly become clear because of these moments, but it becomes softer, warmer, more survivable. And maybe for a lot of people, that's enough.
Welcome to Noema. Subscribe for more philosophy, psychology, and beautiful existential crises every week.